Above all is the overwhelming distress she felt at having given up on her truth and denied her voices. And the clerk noted in the margin that what she said next was the responsio mortifera, her fatal reply.
God has sent me word of the great pity of my betrayal. I have damned my soul to save my life. If I had said that God hadn't sent me, then I would be damned, for I was truly sent by God. My voices tell me I have done harm by saying what I did is wrong. Whatever I said and recanted, I did only through the fear of fire.
This time, Cochon knew there could be no end in the last hours of her life is extraordinarily moving. All her certainties are gone. Rescue hasn't come. She knows she'll die. And yet telling the truth means she can't let go of her voices and visions.
Is it true that you heard voices and received apparitions?
Yes. Whether they were good or evil spirits, they appeared to me. I heard the voices most of all when the church bells rang in the morning and the evening.
And the apparitions? The angels?
They came in a great multitude of the tiniest things.
What of the angel who gave the one you call your king a crown?
I was the angel. I promised my king that if he put me to work, I would see him crowned.
Over the centuries, there have been as many ways of reading Joan's trial as there are people to read it. It's even been suggested that this last conversation on the morning of her death was a fabrication made up by Cochon to undermine her message. But to me, there's a truthfulness to it. Joan's story of an angel bringing her king a golden crown doesn't seem plausible to us, and it didn't to her judges either. But if Joan was the angel, and the crown her promise of a coronation, it makes much more sense as a way for Joan, alone among her enemies, to make her mission real in the world. But Joan's truth and Cochon's were incompatible, and that's why Joan had to die. Joan was brought here to the marketplace in Rouen, where a pyre had been prepared. A cap was placed on her head, bearing the words, relapsed heretic, apostate, idolater. Joan was tied to a stake on a high scaffold so that everyone could see her burn. The flames took hold. She called the name of Jesus over and over again. Once she was dead and her clothes had burned away, the executioner raked back the fire to show the crowd that she was just a woman. Then he stoked the flames, so there'd be nothing left of her but ashes. Joan's body was gone, but her story wouldn't die. Her belief in her visions and her